Hello, mighty companions. This is Earl Purdy, and I'm here today to do lesson 155. I'm going to read lesson 155 from A Course in Miracles, and I'm going to read it with a lot of love and a lot of emphasis and a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of embellishment. Lesson 155, which is I will step back and let him lead the way. I will step back and let God lead the way. I will step back and let love lead the way. I will step back and let my Creator lead the way. There is a way of living in the world that's not here, although it seems to be here. You don't change appearance, though you smile more frequently, you don't change appearance. Your forehead is serene, your eyes are quiet, and the ones who walk the world as you do recognize their own. And yet those who have not yet perceived the way will recognize you also, but that means they will believe that you are like them as you were before. The world is an illusion. That means the false perception that you have is an illusion. Those who choose to come to the world are seeking for a place where those who choose to come to the world can be illusions. That means it's a place where you can avoid your own reality. Yet when those who choose to come to the world find their own reality is even here, then those who choose to come to the world step back and let their reality, let God, let truth lead the way. What other choice is really theirs to make? To let illusions and false ideas walk ahead of the truth is madness. But to let illusions sink behind the truth and let the truth stand forth from what it is merely sanity. Do you know that this is the simple choice we make today? The mad illusion will remain in evidence a while for those to look upon who chose to come and haven't yet rejoiced to find that they were mistaken in their choice. Those who have not recognized and become happy to know that they were mistaken in their choice to come to a false world cannot learn directly from the truth. Those who are still in their ego and want to be in their ego and want to be in all the beliefs of the world and separation cannot learn directly from the truth because they denied that the truth is true. And so those who want to believe in the illusion need a teacher who perceives their madness, but who still can look beyond the madness and illusion to the simple truth in them. In other words, if the truth demanded someone who wanted to believe that the world was real to give up the world, it would appear to them as if the truth asked the sacrifice of something that's real. Many have chosen to renounce the world while still believing in the world's reality. And those who choose to renounce the world while still believing in its reality have suffered from a sense of loss and have not been released accordingly. Others have chosen nothing but the world. And those who have chosen nothing but the world have suffered from a sense of loss still deeper, which they did not understand. Between these paths, there is another path that leads away from loss of every kind, for sacrifice and deprivation both are quickly left behind. This is the way appointed for you now. The way appointed for you now is the way that leads away from loss of every kind, for sacrifice and deprivation both are quickly left behind. This is the way appointed for you now. You walk this path as others walk, nor do you seem to be distinct or different from others, although you are different from others indeed. Thus, can you serve others who still believe in the illusion of separation while you serve yourself? And you can set their footsteps on the way that God has opened up to you and them through you. Illusions, which are false ideas still appear to cling to you that you may seem to reach others. False ideas seem to cling to you that you may still reach others. Yet the false ideas have stepped back, and it's not illusion and false ideas that they hear you speak of. It's not illusions or false ideas that you bring their eyes to look at and their minds to understand. Nor can the truth, which walks ahead of you, speak to others who believe in separation through illusions. For the road leads past illusions and false ideas and fears now, while on the way you call to others that they may follow you. All roads will lead to the truth in the end. For sacrifice and deprivation are paths that lead nowhere, choices for defeat, and aims that will remain impossible. All this illusion steps back as truth comes forth in you to lead your brothers and sisters from the ways of death and set your brothers and sisters on the way to happiness. Your brothers and sisters' suffering is but illusion and false ideas, yet they need a guide to lead them out of the suffering, for your brothers and sisters mistake illusions and false ideas for the truth. Such is the call of salvation. Listen to the sounds of the world. What you're listening to in the background now are sirens, which are sounds of the world, sounds of this illusion, sounds of the fear, which we are learning how to get behind. And such is healing and forgiveness' call, and nothing more. Listen to the sounds of the world. You want to let the Spirit lead you past a world where there is sirens and ambulances and people being hurt and pain and things like that. This is a warning that we need to be aware of love, that we need to focus on the truth so that we can go past the fear. Such is salvation's call and nothing more. Salvation, which is the truth, asks that you accept the truth, let the truth go before you, lighting up the path of ransom from false ideas and illusion. It is not a ransom with a price. There is no cost but only gain through listening to God. Illusion can but seem to hold in chains the Holy Son of God. It is but from illusions and false ideas you are saved, in other words. And as your illusions and false ideas and sense of separation steps back, you find yourself again. Walk safely now. Walk safely now, yet carefully now, because this path is new to you. And you may find that you are still tempted to walk ahead of the truth. That means you may find that you're still tempted to let the false ideas that you learn from the world be your guide. Your holy brothers have been given to you to follow in your footsteps as you walk with certainty of purpose to the truth. The truth goes before you now, that your brothers and sisters may see something which they can really identify with, something they understand to lead the way. Yet at the journey's ending, there will be no gap. That means there will be no distance between the truth and you. And all the illusions and all the false ideas walking in the way you travel will be gone from you as well, with nothing left to keep the truth apart from God's completion, as healing and holy as God himself. In other words, step back in faith and let truth lead the way. You don't know where you're going, but there's one who knows who's going with you. Let the Holy Spirit lead you with the rest. When dreams and false ideas are over, time has closed the door on all that when dreams are over, time has closed the door on all the things that pass, and miracles are purposeless. You, the holy child of God, will make no journeys. There will be no wish to be illusion rather than the truth. And we step forward toward this as we progress along the way the truth points out to us. This is our final journey, which we make for everyone. We must not lose our way. For as truth goes before us, so it goes before our brothers and sisters who follow us. We walk to God. Pause and reflect to this. We walk to God. Could any way be holier or more deserving of your effort and of your love and of your full intent? What way could give you more than everything or offer less and still content you, the Holy Son of God? We walk to God. We walk to love. We walk to truth. The truth that walks before us now is one with God and leads us to where God has always been. What way but this could be a path that you would choose instead? Your feet are safely placed upon the road that leads the world to God. Look not to ways that seem to lead you elsewhere but God. Dreams are not a worthy guide for you who are God's creation. Forget not that God has placed his hand in yours and given you your brothers and his trust, that you are worthy of his trust in you. He cannot be deceived. God's trust has made your pathway certain and your goals secure. You will not fail your brothers. You will not fail yourself. And now the Creator asks but that you think of him a while each day, that the Creator may speak to you and tell you of its love, reminding you how great the Creator's trust, how limitless the Creator's love. In your name and in the name of the Creator, which are the same, we practice gladly with this thought today. I will step back and let him lead the way, for I would walk along the road to him. I will step back and let God lead the way, for I would walk along the road to God. I will step back and let God lead the way, for I would walk along the road to God. You will step back and let God lead the way. You will step back and let the truth lead the way. You will step back and let the truth lead the way. You will step back and let the Creator lead the way. You will step back and let the Creator lead the way. Step back and let the truth lead you. Step back and let the truth lead you today. Let the truth come first today. Practice the truth in every situation and circumstance that you're in today. Step back and let God lead the way. If you do that, you will have a day that will be full of joy and free of sacrifice and free of loss. Step back and let your inner guide lead the way. Step back and let the Holy Spirit lead the way. Step back and let love lead the way. I will step back and let God lead the way. I will step back and let God lead the way. I will step back and let God lead the way. And put it in a way that you can really hear it. I will step back and let God lead the way. You will step back and let God lead the way. Let God lead the way. You will step back and let God lead the way. Let God lead the way. Step back and let God lead the way. This is Earl Purdy. Check out my website at www.earlpurdy.com for other classes and lectures. And by all means, mighty companions, let peace and love extend from my mind and my heart to yours.